I'm Yuri,
I'm Jakub,
and we're going for a drive. The last amazing AMG CLA45.
S with race start. Oh my.
Yeah!
Holy balls.
That's what I'm talking about. Horsepower and torque.
416 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque from a handcrafted 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. This is straight up nuts.
This is fantastic. Doesn't this bring you back to the glory days of 2018 to 2021 automobiles?
Specifically, Mercedes especially, yes it does.
Listen to this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you forgot how great things used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the last of them because the 2025 CLA people are driving the concept or the production, but camoed in Austria, and it looks, I think, a lot like that concept. Cool.
Yep.
I think it's going to be electrified, so you know it's going to be different.
I'm sure it'll be a 48-volt mild or whatever.
This is just normal.
Yes, it is.
4-cylinder. Let's go. Party, party, party.
I got some fun facts about this engine for you, which I'm sure you don't even know.
Okay, but first, from the outside, okay, it's a 4-door.
Yep.
It's like a little hatchback. It is like...
It's a coupe.
It's like a tuner car kind of style. It feels like ultimate, I'm in my 20s, I got some money.
A lot of money.
And I want a Fast and Furious instead of like V8 drift.
This is like online course money, not crypto money. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. And driving this around is just like, it's been such a fun little week of just zooming through traffic, like always having enough power, passing everyone, everywhere on every street, like, oh, red light lining up, boom, off to my off ramp and all that stuff.
It's a ripper, and although this is like, you know, ultimate 20-ish year old kind of thing, we don't have the aerodynamics package, so you can actually get a little wing on this thing.
I did watch a Mercedes video where they had the wing on it. It had like 2 Mercedes employees talking about it. They were drifting the crap out of it because this does have drift mode, and that looked pretty awesome. Like on dry, like smoke it up. I don't know if there was a trick to like, you know, we had ball tires on there. We overinflated them because I know manufacturers do tend to do that. And the footage of the guy inside drifting was wet, where the footage from the outside it was dry. We don't know for sure.
But we have drifted CLA 45s previously on the ice in Manitoba.
Because even though it was a front biased all-wheel drive system, it was like probably the most fun and fastest to drift.
You can almost do reverse entries. It's super fun to drift.
This is a super awesome car. So to get into drift mode, like the rest of them, turn everything off, all the traction, full master, hold both paddles and click up, and you got to be in manual mode for that. And that way you can have some extra fun.
That's right.
Does that send all the power to the back?
I think it'll send as much as possible.
I'm confused.
Because it's 4MATIC Plus, which means it can do some funny stuff with the,
That's for you to find out when you go to tsb.truecar.com and buy one of these.
Yeah.
Or one of the older ones. Or one of the older ones. We were talking about the ones with like the cool wing tail lights and the halogen bulbs.
The halogens,
I saw one right after you said that. I mean, that was a cool look. I don't know anything about those.
It's crazy that you can get halogens on a Mercedes then.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if you still can on like a base C300. Probably not. I don't think they do that anymore.
Okay, then speaking of sponsor plugs, for the dipstick test, we always pop the hood and check where the dipstick is, see if it's in there.
Hopefully the engine's in the front.
When I pop the hood, I'm like, all right, look for a dipstick. All I see is like a computer or something right there. I'm like, that is the funniest thing to me. I'm pretty sure that's a computer.
If it's like the ECU or something, it is such
like
a crazy
right there. I'm like, right there?
That thing's gonna get roasted.
Like a little water? I don't know.
So there is no dipstick.
There's no dipstick. You got to check it through the infotainment. All good German car stuff. And what would be the TotalEnergies recommended oil for a CLA 45s?
That would be the TotalEnergies Quartz Ineo Extra FDE 0W20.
And what would be the recommended ECU for the...
Okay, can I get to the fun facts about this engine?
Yeah.
So,
besides the signature?
Yeah, we have previously driven this engine, GLC 43, same thing, but that has a 48-volt mild hybrid with a weird brake pedal. This doesn't.
It's the same?
Yeah, both handcrafted, same engine. How crazy is that? I got an even crazier one for you while contemplating that one. The C63 AMG has this engine with a crazy hybrid system giving it insane amounts of power.
Didn't everybody hate that?
Yes. I drove it briefly, didn't do a full review. I didn't love it, but that thing would be the best CLA 63 that ever existed. Next one.
There's more?
Yeah, there's actually a lot. It's the base engine for this is shared amongst like many different Mercedes. There's like different versions of it.
Go, keep going.
And this one is the uprated one because in North America we never got the S version of this.
Okay.
Europe always had it, so they had the A45s with drift mode when that first launched. So we're just getting the one that's been in Europe for a couple years now.
Yeah, last hurrah, I guess,
Yeah,
before
so
they
like,
go all EQ and weird stuff.
So thank you, Mercedes, for that, because this is great in this particular car. Pretty wild, though, eh?
How is this the best version of it?
I mean, it's a really good one.
I mean, this is like the perfect combination.
There's no 48 volt.
I have enjoyed driving so much this whole week with this.
I know, and I did actually like the engine on the GLC 43. The rest of it was a little
But
bit...
the hybrid and the brake pedal would ruin it.
Yeah, and the transmission was not as good as this one. Because this is an 8-speed dual clutch, not that 9-speed multi-plate clutch thing.
Okay, let's listen to it.
From the outside.
And then from the inside. Pretty heavily pumped in.
Yes.
You can dial that down like if I go to comfort.
And I can also press that button.
Way more chill. I think it's like appropriate.
And I do have the wording from the Mercedes-AMG website about that.
Oh, they have wording?
Oh, of course they do. AMG Real Performance Sound delivers it via cockpit concert.
Cockpit concert. That's a
Cockpit
good one.
concert. Marketing be marketing.
Cockpit concert.
Yeah, dude.
That would be in my Tinder bio if I was single.
Nice. That's a good one.
Cockpit concert.
Yeah.
Yuri the cockpit concertation. All right, let's hear it.
We're not talking about cars, baby.
Let's hear from the inside in neutral revving.
Full red line.
That is cool. You know what can't do that?
A lot of cars.
The Revuelto.
Yes.
And the R8.
Yes. Didn't that let you do like 3,000 or something? Revuelto wouldn't let you do anything.
Pathetic.
Yeah. I actually couldn't rev at little kids that were so stoked, and I'm like pulling both paddles. I'm so sorry,
That's
kids.
embarrassing.
I had to floor it.
You know what else couldn't rev like that? The Dodge Charger.
Yeah, that's right, the electric Charger.
But I think they're going to change that for us. The guy seemed pretty adamant that with it, because I told him, like, kid on Woodward Cruise says, rev that Charger, and you can't do that. And he's like, his heart broke. He was like, no.
I saw the soul.
A kid on Woodward Cruise for Dodge?
Yeah.
That's like a kid on the Nordschleife wanting to hear the AMG 45.
Cockpit concert?
Yeah. Show me a cockpit concert.
Actually, they draw cockpit concerts on the pavement
that's
there.
what they do
So,
there. Okay. What other cool stuff is in here?
All-wheel drive with torque vectoring through the differential through clutch packs. So it's like, it sends as much power to each wheel as it can front and rear.
Yeah, it's great.
That is cool.
Man, this whole thing is great. And then they updated the looks. I want to talk about that briefly before you get behind the wheel.
Okay.
Headlights are different, taillights and stuff. The back's a little different too. I didn't really notice that much, but I noticed the headlights.
Yeah, I don't see anything about the back, but the front, the headlights.
They made it like kind of come in and around and like spaced it out.
And they gave it like 3 dots or lines, which should be S-Class.
So it does, and with the Panamera grill or Panamericana grill, what is this one? Panamericana grill, yeah. Panamericanata.
Panamera, that's a Porsche.
Yeah. They made this look like an SL, like a GT63, like everything else, which is pretty cool considering you're getting those looks from this. And then what I also really like about the updated headlights is that when you look at it from like standing up, they have a chrome strip now. With the reflection, makes it look like the DRLs are always on.
Okay.
Which is neat.
Yeah.
And besides that, from the looks, I can't tell any differences.
I don't think they changed anything.
I don't think they needed to.
The wheels. So the wheels are, kind of typical now Mercedes, where they go with this like fat 5-spoke looking thing.
Yeah, and it's got like that flat wall for aero. It's like I don't really want aerodynamic wheels here.
Like it's cool.
It's cool, yeah.
But it's not even close to as cool as that CLE53.
Yeah. But still all right.
Yeah.
And then what would be the Continental recommended tire if you had a CLA 45s?
That would be the Viking Contact 7 in the winter or the Extreme Contact Sport 02 in the summer.
Winter. All-wheel drive cars, winter.
Yeah. Rip some drifts and donuts.
No handbrake turns?
Yeah, well, not on this one.
But I
Where
mean,
is the e-brake? Oh, e-brake's over there.
It has drift mode. It's got a really good all-wheel drive system. This would be a beast for going skiing.
Yeah. You put a roof rack on this bad boy?
Well, you got a ski pass through the middle, but you can't fold down the side seats. Did you know that? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Just the middle pass through.
Okay. Does this still have the thing where it looks like it's wearing a funny hat if you open it? Yeah, it does. All right, we're gonna not do that. So it looks like it's wearing a backwards hat. So definitely don't open
Look
that.
at that. That is cool.
If you've got a roof rack on there.
Also, I like the ambient lighting.
Yeah, typical Mercedes is quite nice. Let's open that for light. What was that for?
Your turn to drive.
Oh, as I'm trying to do this. Okay.
Oh, he's got to keep him guessing.
No, wait. One thing in this car review that I've never had to do in my entire life before we switched drivers. I have put my jacket behind me because these seats are so uncomfortable that I actually need to do that because there's no padding in the seat.
It's too firm. My sciatica is killing me right now, even in comfort suspension.
My back has been really good. I'm hitting the gym, and this car has broke my back.
It's bad.
This is broke back car mountain.
You need to be young and really in shape and tough, because if you're old, it hurts.
Yeah, it's actually like insanely bad. Okay, moving my seat back with the door. Got to position my Continental jacket just right to get slightly comfortable. Oh, thank you, Continental, for providing a comfortable backrest for this video.
Jacob says I look like Dracula.
You do look like Dracula. That's a compliment. Suck people's blood.
Tonight,
go
I'm
out
going
at
to
night,
suck.
live forever,
Your
never
blood.
tired.
Never
Bro,
tired.
those are all compliments.
I like the sun, though. I like the sun.
Yeah.
You want to know what this is the worst at?
Launching
without launch control.
I believe
It'll
that.
make you throw up into your seat.
You know what? I'm going to try launch control later, but just to see if you're right or wrong.
Just to humor me.
I'm going to try something different.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to go into race mode. I'm not going to launch it, though. So I'm in race.
Traction first.
Master race now.
I won't let you into master unless you have your traction all the way off.
Oh, man. It just like slipped over, eh? Okay, so I'm in master race. Traction is off. Manual mode. Hold both paddles. Confirm paddle up. Drift mode launch. Let's see if I can brake boost it. Oh, it does. What? It'll do a race start in drift mode?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I think that like cancels the
drift mode? And because that was too good of a launch.
Yeah, but it still says drift. Okay, let's just floor it now. Yeah, okay, so you're right about that, but this is punchy as F.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so traction is fully off. I am still technically in drift mode. Let's just do the rest of the review in drift mode.
Nah, because then you got to be in manual.
Bro, I'm just going to do whatever. It's all good. I love driving manual.
No rules.
Okay, now let's do a proper race start, but still in drift mode because it's actually letting us do it.
God.
And it's automatically upshifting because I'm in race start.
Yeah, so it trumps that.
Yeah.
That punches so hard. Oh my goodness.
Can we start saying it Donald's that?
It Donald's that? Yeah.
Wow, that is actually really impressive. That's new. Because every other Mercedes wouldn't let you do race start in drift mode.
Well, like we did that E63S wagon versus the Charger Hellcat.
Yeah.
We launched a rear-wheel drive versus rear-wheel drive at one point.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
So, humored. Are you humored?
I'm
we learned something new.
Fully humored.
Okay.
Audience, did you like that or did you not like that? Do you want us to never do it again? Subscribe and leave a comment. Tell us what you like and don't like about us.
Yeah.
I'll bring back the box test at 1.8 million subs.
He's going to keep saying that, and then at 1.8,
1.8,
no
I'll
box
do
test.
it. No, I'll do it. 1.8.
Okay, so what I love about this is so punchy, this extra horsepower that they added, because it previously had just in the upper 3 and change horsepower. This is so effing punchy, and then this 8-speed dual clutch is so quick to upshift and downshift. Like,
it's crazy. It's crazy that this is a thing that exists that they're going away from.
I know, because like we know the new one can't be as good as this because they're going to introduce the 48 volt thing. The brake pedal could potentially get weird. The way it delivers the power could get strange.
The way you take off out of the intersection.
Yeah.
And the auto start stop and all this weird stuff.
And this is all assumptions based on our experience of other vehicles, especially Mercedes. So this, in its final form as a last 2024 hurrah with the S model, is pretty sick.
We're pretty sure.
Gotta be right.
Unless they're running 25 base CLAs and 24 and 25 AMG 40, you know what I mean?
Right, because they haven't shown the AMG, right?
Because like Mercedes-AMG posted about this 3 months ago in the
Okay.
United States.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, 3 months ago, and then the car's done. Like, I don't really know what's going on.
It is weird to do like a launch event for just like an S model before the new one comes out.
Well, it wasn't a launch. It was like 2 people at Mercedes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was like an event that we didn't get invited to.
No, just 2 people doing like a commercial.
Gotcha. Okay, so Race Master is great. I have no problems with the way that the infotainment functions because it's new Mercedes, but with still a touch of old. And the suspension.
Well, it's like, yeah, MBUX one.
Yeah, and that puts me into Sport Plus suspension, which actually isn't too firm.
It's the seat that ruins it.
Yes, because you told me, like, oh man, this thing's so stiff, it's hurting my back. I'm like, man, that suspension must be rough. So I tried it. Sport Plus is totally fine. Comfort is also totally fine. There's actually not that much difference between them. I wish there was more, but it's 100% the seats. That's the problem with this car, is these seats. I do not recommend these seats. Like, I just don't. I don't know if the other ones are better, but it can't get worse than this, can it?
I don't
because
know.
I've never done this before, ever in my life, ever.
It's a lot, it's a lot. Well, we were younger when we drove the other cars. We had less back damage.
Yeah. But we drove the previous 45. Did that have the buckets? I think it did.
Who knows, man?
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyways, this infotainment, you can plug in your CarPlay and it works.
Wow.
Wired or wireless, like instantly.
Wow.
This whole thing is nice. It's easy to use. It's very pleasant. We got the Hey Mercedes.
How may I help you?
Tell me a joke.
Why don't oysters give to charity? Because they are shellfish.
That's a good one.
I'm surprised it didn't have somebody's ethnicity in that.
That's BMW.
That's BMW?
Yeah.
Why did the Spanish oyster?
Carlos.
Yeah. Tell me a joke.
Sorry, my engineers were German.
Did get some ethnicity in there.
All right, so one thing that I do want to mention about this car is that the brakes are really good. They're 6-piston in the front, and 6-piston, coincidentally, is what the new electric Dodge Charger has in the front. However, this works much better because this car doesn't weigh as much as a boat.
Will they weigh like half of it?
Probably, yeah.
Two
like
thirds?
Yeah, so these brakes are great.
Yeah, everything about this is like an awesome sports car.
It is. 0 to 60 is around like 4 seconds. I'm sure on summer performance tires it's probably even less than that because this thing absolutely rips.
Even at that speed, it feels fantastic.
Yeah, and I'm still in drift mode. Like this thing's just like, yeah, cool, whatever. Like no problem. Floor it, still have traction. In the winter, yes, it's only 400. 400 is still a lot for an all-wheel drive system. I think this is going to be, obviously this is going to be expensive, but as like an upscale Golf R competitor, or I guess a direct RS3 competitor, because now we have that back in Canada.
Oh yeah, we haven't driven it or seen it or anything yet.
Yeah, this would probably be pretty close.
Yeah, I bet you the RS3 is way more comfortable. Well, no, RS have weird suspension sometimes.
But it's usually only the 5s. I think the 3s always nail it, and even everything else really nails it. I think the 3 is going to be fine.
Only time will tell.
But the seats will be totally fine.
And the infotainment.
I can't actually wait to drive that car because I really like the previous one, and it's still a 5-cylinder, so thank you, Audi.
Yeah.
Okay, so drive modes. What do we have here? If I rotate this little circular dial over here, obviously we've got race and drift mode canceled.
No. Hold the dial still and just rotate the wheel.
It actually does work.
I know. It's physics.
Yeah, so we do have
snow, custom, sport,
individual, sport plus,
track,
race.
race, yeah, and we have track pace, all that stuff. You know what's cool? You know what people like
What?
about Mercedes is IWC watches.
Yes.
Where's our
like the one that I'm not wearing.
Where's our IWC watch?
Is there one? It should be. It's an AMG. They should have it, right? Because it is a real AMG. Yes.
There, you get a digital watch.
Heck yeah! Look at that. You can see the fake movement.
It's so digital.
That's impressive. Yeah, it's automatic too. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Back to cool things about the steering wheel. We have the same button that changes between all the little fun features that you get on your Mercedes vehicles. So you can put this into a manual, traction off, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, just normal, good, classic Mercedes stuff we like.
We have adaptive cruise and lane keep assist, or just adaptive cruise?
I had too much fun just normally driving it that I did not even bother.
That means this is really fun because you always love to.
There's a lot of cars that are like not fun to shift.
You're right. This is one of the automatic ones that is.
And then we have hard button climate. That's cute. And we have a fun feature that you may have forgotten about. See my phone there?
Yep.
Yo, look. That thing.
Oh,
yeah. Fly out. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
doesn't fly out while you're trying to use it.
Doesn't fly off.
Okay, we have a thing here. Guess how big this is?
Just small enough to not fit a phone? Knew it. Of course.
And then we got cup holders, which will fit a small cup good. And they got like the double things so you could pressure it in well.
Visor. Oh my God,
I think
grip.
they'll pass. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow.
And not even an extension?
That's kind of wow.
No wonder they're updating this.
Okay, when we come to a full stop, I want to show you something cool.
Okay.
Say it's dark in here.
Yes.
Reach for this lollipop.
I don't think it's going to do it because it's daytime, but I know.
At night, this lights up automatically.
A lot of Mercedes cars do that because I've reached for things
cool.
on the passenger seat before. That's a fancy thing that my old Mercedes E55 does not
But also,
have.
I'm like, what the heck? When did I turn that on? When did I turn that on? Oh, it's off. What the heck am I doing?
I feel like they started that with the S-Class, so it's actually pretty impressive that this now gets it.
Doors are frameless.
Yes.
That's cool.
Windows, yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It's also the doors.
Yeah.
Back seat, not too much room, but it's like a little bit, enough for me. And then I got my kid's car seat there, and she seems happy with it.
Not great for myself at 6'1.5".
Trunk space is okay, but it's not a power tailgate or lift gate or trunk.
But doesn't this one have like enough spring tension?
Yeah, I know. I just don't like to put it. If I'm driving a $100,000 Mercedes, I'd rather have a button.
You know what this one doesn't do? Is pop up the camera every time you slow down.
No, it does a lot.
Yeah, but it doesn't do that.
The back?
The camera.
The back pops up a lot.
Really? I watched you in front of me. It wasn't
maybe
doing
not
it.
as often as the new ones.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I guess when you get to stuff. Well, the parking sensors are good. When you get close to something, you know, the parking sensors turn on.
Yeah.
The 360 camera is so high quality, and what's nice is that it's high quality at night as well. Where there's a lot of cars like Kias and Hyundais.
Yeah, choppy.
They're not high quality at night. Like the picture just sucks.
Yeah.
And then this can like park itself and all that, you know, gimmicky stuff. Yeah, that shifter, eh? There's so many car companies that should get that shifter. How many times you get into like a weird car and you go for that and it's like, oh, actually you need to like twist this knob and then move the slider on the infotainment.
Didn't Tesla have this on the first Model S? Remember when they used Mercedes parts bin parts?
Yeah, and people made fun of them for that.
Yeah.
And now look, they moved it to a screen.
And now you have to talk. You have to just look, and the car will just figure it out for you. Like
wild, out of control.
Yeah. But yeah, this car is a lot of fun. Handles great. Steering wheel's fun to grip. I don't know, man. I just love this car a lot. I'm like out of words
Everything
for it.
except for the seat comfort is killer. This car is great.
Yeah.
And I think with all that, it's time we get to the price.
I'm gonna floor it. You tell me the price once I floor it. Is that worth? What does it start at?
Starts at 75,000 Canadian.
Okay.
And this one's 86,750.
So nearly $90,000
Yeah.
for the toppest trim of an entry-level Mercedes.
It's the coolest one though.
It is. It's a lot of money.
And it's one of the last of these, even though I think you can get these in 25 in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with the European stuff.
We're usually a little bit behind in Canada and the States, so yeah. It's a lot of money. Let us know what you guys think of the CLA 45s. Was the S worth the wait? Did you wait the entire life cycle of the vehicle for the S? Or did you just buy the previous one?
Get it if you have a good back. And if you have a bad back, get the comfy seats.
Yes, don't get these performance bucket seats. Just get the regular seats, because these are terrible.